Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get.
All right, Clay. Today we're going over management.
Yeah.
You know, it might feel like a bit of a broad topic because there's a lot
kind of
there.
broad.
But it's important.
Yeah.
And it's something that, you know, as an entrepreneur, it's one of the biggest issues you deal with day in and day out. How do you inspire, keep accountable? You know, how do you keep your team accountable, motivate? It's a big issue.
I think in business today, one of the biggest challenges is people that have this great business plan, this great idea. We want to take over the world, but we can't convince anybody to execute our business plan. And ultimately, to grow, you have to go from me to we. You're going to have to learn to get other people involved in the game. Otherwise, you're old school Michael Jordan when he was scoring, almost 40 points a game there, and his team wasn't winning. But with Phil Jackson, they built that team. They built that team, and they started winning some championships. We're going to teach you kind of how to build the team.
The manager's job, is what you're saying, is to motivate often.
Yeah.
And I know I read in an article, it was back in Forbes, 2013, August of 2013. They had a study, came from the State of American Workplace Report.
Yeah.
70% of U.S. workers do not like their job.
What?
That's a
Come on.
high number.
Well, I will tell you this. I've noticed as an entrepreneur, when people I get together, we'll do some grilling at my house, and we're grilling and we're talking, and people will say, "How was your week?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, at the office we did this, we're doing this, we're launching this new initiative, we're selling this new product, I'm so excited about this new."
Yeah.
And I noticed that the people whoever come over, if they're not entrepreneurs, they're like, the last thing they want to talk about is their job.
I know.
They'd rather talk about anything other than their jobby job because they don't like that job. But entrepreneurs, as a general rule, we like our job. So the problem is that 13% of the population is self-employed, and we've got to convince the 70% who's not pumped up about their job to like their job.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Every conversation you have with them is either, "Oh, we're this close to the weekend,"
Oh yeah.
or "this close to the break," or "this close to lunch."
Well, what you do is I can tell you what, if you're talking to the 70%, you say, "How are you?" They say, "It's Monday."
Yeah.
You talk to him on Wednesday, "It's hump day, almost there." And you talk to him, how you see him on Friday, "It's almost the weekend," like
Yeah.
you just said.
That's all you're trying to do is get out of that job.
Oh yeah.
Well, John D. Rockefeller once famously said, "The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than any other under the sun." Now, as somebody who's started a business in the dorm room and grew it to the boardroom, now starting Thrive, what does this mean to you?
Well, I want to show you a little diagram up here, just real quick, because I think this is huge. And one thing, and I always like to use this board as much as possible.
Yeah.
No, but one of the things is I have found people that have a massive, massive stack of money, and they've got, it's the owner, massive stack of money, and they cannot convince anybody to do their job. No matter how much they pay them, so they offer more and more wages, more and more income, more and more. They say to their staff, "Hey, we'll pay you more. I'll give you bonuses. Just come on, just do your job, please." And they're begging with their staff to work. Then I've seen other people, other entrepreneurs with $0 who are able to get their staff to do whatever they want them to do. So what's the difference? It's the ability to manage people. It's the ability to manage people. And I'm telling you, that's how Steve Jobs went from the garage to, from the garage to the Garage Mahal, I guess. From the bottom to the top was because he could inspire a group of people to do something awesome and to change the world, to think differently. Right. But the reason why a lot of people who are watching this, maybe we're struggling, maybe we're stuck, maybe our businesses aren't growing, is it's not about the money. It's not about the ability to pay people. It's not about being able to give your staff health insurance or be able to give them benefits. It's about being able to manage and inspire people. And so John Rockefeller was saying, hey, if you can inspire people, you're worth a lot more than any other commodity.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's tons and tons of evidence out there that majority of business owners are not good at motivating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a constant struggle to keep, so-and-so from texting and monitoring all the time, monitoring how much time is spent on Facebook or Pinterest or whatever it is. That's their biggest fear.
Yeah.
But when you've set it up so that they care and buy into that vision, that's not something you have to worry about all the time. And so what we're going to focus on is teaching these 11 steps.
I'm pumped up.
Management steps to create the winning team for you.
I get pumped up about this because I've seen it actually change somebody's life.
Yeah.
I'll give you one example. There's a young man I know who started a business years ago, and he was in that phase where he's constantly trying to get his staff motivated. They just won't work. And I saw him implement these principles, and literally today he makes more money now passively by his company running than he used to make actively working full-time in the business. Now he works on the business about 10 hours a week, and he makes more that way than he used to working 70 hours a week in the business, trying to do everyone's job. Because if you're not careful, an entrepreneur will say, well, if people, you just can't get anything done unless you do it yourself.
Yeah.
And then you end up being an entrepreneur who's like the IT guy, the sales guy, the janitor can't do it.
One of my favorite stories about you, before we jump into these, is, I don't know, just to encourage you, if you're thinking, no, I have the employee that cannot be inspired, okay? He's on Facebook, you can't. I feel like you're a good story because you are a man that now doesn't need any motivation from the outside.
True.
But at one point you were working at Target, you've shared it, right?
Yeah.
And you were doing everything you could to avoid the rules and you were looking forward to that break and doing just the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But you had a mindset change.
Well, here's what happened at Target, just real talk. At Target, my job was to go out there and to take any items that people had left throughout the store.
Right.
And take it out of the electronics section. So some people go to buy some broccoli or some underwear or a deodorant, and they leave it in the electronics section because they're like, I don't want to buy this anymore.
Yeah.
My job was to take it out of the electronics section and to bring it back to whatever section it should go into all day.
Got it.
But I ended up having these little goals, like what I'll do is I'll go over to the concession area and I'll see if I can get some free pretzels from Tara.
Okay.
Because Tara will give me some free pretzels.
Right.
And then if I check in on the clock at this time and I check out at this time, no one will check. And I can take that extended break but get paid for it. And I had these little games I would play, or the whole try to look busy when the boss walks by. And we've all done that before. And now I don't. And it's just really, it comes down to, I had great management when I worked at Tax and Accounting Software Corporation.
Exactly.
And they motivated me, they taught me, they inspired me, and I'm a different dude now.
That's why I wanted to bring it up. There's hope, even for your employee. I promise you.
Oh,
there
yeah.
is. So let's jump right in then for that first step. Step
Boom.
number 1 is casting a vision that has the power to excite you and your team.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we got a notable quotable here. This is from George Lucas. The man at Are you familiar with Star Wars?
I actually am very a big student of the Wookiee culture.
Oh, wow.
I've studied the Wookiee culture, the Ewoks.
That's good.
Very
I think
complicated.
that's a different episode. We'll learn that later. He said, dreams are extremely important. You can't do it unless you can imagine it. It's coming from George Lucas. And this is vital, casting that vision. But most business owners don't have that clear vision.
Yeah.
And if they do, they're not good at articulating it to their team, right?
Right. Well, let me walk you through this real quick, because this is like, here's just an example. This is an example, and I'm sure if you're watching this is not you, but let me just throw one here for you. This is like a truck right here, okay?
I see it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know exactly how the wheels distribution on a truck should be, but that's pretty good. Okay, and they're going to call this Roy's Moving LLC. Now, I'm only saying this because years ago there was a company I worked with that was called such and such Movers LLC.
Right.
Well, first off, do you want to come work for Roy's Moving LLC?
No.
Think about all the concerns we have. If you worked at Apple, does Apple put on their sign Apple LLC?
Oh.
Or Apple privately held overseas company? No. Apple International? No, we don't care. So first off, get rid of this LLC, S Corp. You're not going to go to like Chipotle C Corp.
Right. It's boring. That's boring.
Get that crap off your car.
So get that out.
So the next thing is, where's this company going? Well, this guy Roy says, hey, I talked to him. Hey, what's your name? My name's Roy, and I'm started Roy's Moving LLC, and my goal for Roy's Moving is to, make about $100,000 a year and get health insurance for my wife. Well, if I'm an employee and I'm just looking down the path, do I want this vision? This is the question. Do I want this vision? And if I look here as an employee, okay, this is step one, I'm an employee, and if I move up the ranks of management to step two, where I am now in my job of my boss, if I get my boss's job, if I move up the ladder, do I want what Roy has? And the answer for these people was no.
So what's the impact of that then?
Well, the impact is the only people that are attracted to this job are people that A, have no excitement, B, have no desire to do anything with their life. So I'm meeting the staff, I'm talking to these guys, and I'm like, what made you come to Roy's? Found it on Craigslist. Okay. I talked to Roy. Roy, has the staff motivated? No, they're not motivated. I cannot get these people to work.
Yeah, okay.
You go to the employee. Why do you work for Roy? He pays hourly. You know, he lets you smoke on the job.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have a vision. Now, if Roy's vision was, hey, our vision is to be in 50 cities and to absolutely transform the way people move.
Right.
To make it where when you hire a mover, we actually help you move it all. We help you set it all up. There's a guaranteed satisfaction. Anything breaks, we replace it. It's the fastest. Our moving vehicles are they're like a moving vehicle / food truck.
Right.
And we serve food while you're moving. And it's just unbelievable.
So if you don't have that vision that's big enough, you're going to attract people you don't want on your team. You will not attract the best employee possible if you don't have a big vision.
And it's a gross idea, but if your vision is covered in poop, you attract flies. So this is the big thing, is that Roy's company, gross. It's covered in poop, it smells gross. And this guy, the fly guy, he loves that poop.
So if you don't want flies, you got to change your vision up.
Not even kidding, that's the real deal.
So Clay, for you, when you were starting DJ Connection, you had just 2-3 people, how did you cast that vision?
Well, first off, I covered my company in poop.
Oh, wow.
And I attracted
That's
flies.
bad. Okay.
And so we had a guy, I know you're watching right now, guys, so I'm going to change the name. His name is like Zohan, we'll say.
Zohan, okay.
Yeah, we'll change his name. Your name involves a Z, but we'll call it Zohan. And he was just like, love DJ Connection, because you could work with a guy who never really freaked out at you.
Right.
There was no consequence for being late.
Was this the pothead man? Is this?
This is a different guy.
Oh, okay.
There's no consequence for being late.
Okay.
You got paid cash.
Yeah.
You could show up if you wanted to. You had a chance to mess with turntables all day.
Those are the kind of people you'll get.
And he knew that the other employee who smoked pot never got in trouble, so he thought, well, this is a great place to go. If you smoke pot, this is a place you can work.
That's not good.
I attracted flies because I was covered in poop.
So how did you change that?
I basically started changing my vision. I said, my vision, I started articulating the vision. I wrote it on the tablets. I said, my new vision for DJ Connection is, this is what I did. I said, my vision for DJ Connection is we are going to over-deliver with humorous enthusiasm. And our goal is to do 4,000 events and to, as a company, get to $1.5 million of sales, hell or high water, in 2006.
Clay, how many people were on your team when you made those goals?
2 people.
2 people were on your team.
Yeah.
That, I think, is something that entrepreneurs are scared. Those are the claims, the goals, the visions they're scared to grasp onto because they don't want to fail. That's too big.
And I know I wrote it up here quickly, but I want to make sure you know this. Over-delivering. I said for moving forward, if we have a meeting that starts at 1, we will all be here at 12:45. If we tell a customer we'll be there at 2, we're going to be there at 1:30. If we say we're going to stay till midnight, we'll stay till 2 a.m. No matter what we promise, we're going to do more than we promise, and we're going to be funny. If you're not a funny person, I don't want you working for us, because we're going to be humorous and enthusiastic when we're on the microphone. Backstory: we were an entertainment company, providing professional sound and lights at an affordable price to people planning a wedding or party. And so then enthusiasm, our job was to take a boring party and to make it epic, to take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. That was our deal. And this was how we were going to do it, right? Why we were going to do it is because we wanted to get to this goal.
Good. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm watching this. What is my action step? It sounds like I need to clearly articulate a how and a why.
Well, one, definitely get your financial goal. Write it down right now. Write down your financial goal. And if it's not big enough to inspire your team, change it. If it's a deal where people are like, so I can make $22,000 a year if I work there, then you got to change your goal.
Right.
You got to make a goal awesome.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to attract flies. Next thing is you have to specifically explain, well, how much business do we have to do in order to hit this goal? For me, it was 4,000 events per year.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and our ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. One month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like him most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See, it's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.